Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Bhakti Vedanta Ki Jai, Hari Upaman Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna Ki Jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Tadati Swapanantikam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale. Everybody, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Dinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravane Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Pashadare Shatarine Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhavneva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Everybody, both your hands up in the air, please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shravayeshu Mantreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktirmavati Naishtike Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandaloka Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Constitutional position. I don't have lotus feet. I have only feet. Yes? Oh, cactus feet. Hare Krishna. Any quick recap from previous class, yesterday's class? One or two points that you liked, you appreciated. Yes, Prabhu.
We were discussing the reasons for why Matsyadeva appeared. And you were recapping the entire pastime of how Matsyadeva came, he grew, and he kept growing.
Yeah.
We were that for yesterday.
Thank you. Matsya grows, Krishna grows. Yes.
The reason that the untimely pralay came is because Dharma as a leader he went into Tamaguna.
Yes, he got a little inattention from his sadhana and he was feeling sleepy, so there was pralay. So leaders, beware. Yes. Monil Prabhu.
There are two reasons why the Lord appeared in the incarnation of Vasudeva. Like it's first to benefit the devotees, and second one is to enjoy the pastimes.
Water sports! Haribol! Yes, someone from there. His Grace Amal Harinam Prabhu.
Prabhu, first we heard from you that the 8th canto mainly deals with Manvantra. That's the main thing. And then if you give a mic, I really like this point, if you give a mic to Guru and Krishna, they will say the same thing.
Yes, we are going to be hearing something more on that. Thank you, Prabhu. One last. Yes, Jai
It
Prabhu.
starts when you recognize that there is Krishna within you.
Yes, awareness, consciousness. It's said that you have to be Krishna conscious, you have to be conscious. But when that consciousness will come, when we know we are being watched, that's when we become conscious. Thank you, Prabhus, for your wonderful recap. So what was yesterday? Yesterday was Mission Impossible. Something, it was practically like that. A mission impossible. There's going to be a devastation pralay and you got to save yourself. Well, don't worry. I'll send you a boat and then you board the boat along with 7 guys who are called Saptarishis, big dadis and jatas. Board the boat with them. Take all the herbs, plants, seeds, all the necessary equipment for starting the next Manvantra, and then you get in all the living entities. And do not worry, there will be a very big snake who will also be there. What's the name of the snake? Vasuki. This guy comes in every time. Every time there's a crisis in universal management and they need a rope. Okay, get Vasuki. Not me again. Yes. So in Samudra Manthan Leela, actually they had brought Vasuki. Vasuki didn't agree. And Lord told that guy will not agree. So what will happen? You promise him little Amrit. He will immediately come. He said, really Amrit? Okay, all right. Prasad? I'll be there, don't worry. Bhagavatam class, no. But all those who attend Bhagavatam get prasad, all right, I'm coming there. So Vasuki was there. And Vasuki was feeling a lot of pain. So he was given anesthesia, tamagun. Anesthesia, and then he was not feeling anything. So here also probably there must be some anesthesia arranged for that guy. Poor fellow, he gets squeezed every time. And then there's somebody very important going to be coming there. The captain who's going to drive the boat. Who's that? Yes. So now usually it is said, Krishna keeps smiling, right? Hasam harer avanitikar ki loka shigra. Shokra. So he has a mudita hasa. So he sleeps. Hasam harer. He's always smiling Krishna. You will never find Krishna serious. For us, we have to be told, okay, we are taking a photograph. Smile, please. That's something to be told for living entities because he's been crying all the while. On the other hand, for Krishna, you don't have to say smile, please. He's always smiling. Beautiful. Smiling Krishna. Smita Krishna is called. But you want to make Krishna laugh, You want to make him laugh, crack up and laugh. You know what you have to do? Simple thing. Go and tell him all your plans. Go tell him all plans. Krishna will start laughing. This guy, ignorant fellow, is having all these plans. Because man proposes, God disposes. But here who has proposed?
Krishna.
Yeah, it's Krishna himself who has proposed. So he's not going to dispose of his own plan. So the section that we are going to study today, dear friends, is the section where everything goes as per Lord's plan. Yes, everything is going about with Lord's plan. Everything happened very nicely. Okay, so this time we are going to do a little different. Yesterday one Prabhu left. This time all of us are going to read, inspired by His Holiness Bhakti Marg Maharaj, taking his blessings wherever he is. So we will all read the translations. Is that okay? Yes. All right. So the title here is Lord Disappears and Satyavrat Awaits Pralay. Together. After thus instructing the king, the Supreme Personality of Godhead immediately disappeared. Then King Satyavrat began to wait for the time of which the Lord had instructed. So this is what usually the Lord does. He appears when there is a cause, and after that He immediately disappears. Antardhyam is gone. That's what even Lord Krishna did. He had his 125 years of pastimes, and after that He disappeared. Krishne spadamopagati dharmajnanadi visaha. He took dharma jnana and He left. And of course He came back as Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. So He immediately disappeared, but He immediately came also. Yes, so that we don't feel separation from Krishna. And then Satyavrat began to anticipate and wait for that time. So Krishna came in Matsya to make Satyavrat alert. Yes, be alert. Yes, watch out for what's coming ahead. Then let us now find out how is Satyavrata going to prepare. Now there is no Acharya's lessons after this, but how I personally take it is we got to get serious. Krishna has already told, Kalosmyaham, Mrityu sarvaharasjaham. I come in the form of death to take away. Which means I'm going to die? Yes. And we also have to wait for that time. This is what even Narad Muni teaches us. Namanyanantasya hatattapapratan guhyani bhadrani kritani chasmaran gamparyatam stuštagvanagataspriha kalam pratikshan vimado vimatsaraha. Narad Muni kept waiting for the time when the dead is going to come, and meanwhile what to do? Keep chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Gampariyatan. He was preaching all over the world. He became a world Sankirtan leader, going all over the world and doing Sankirtan, Namani Anantasya, constant chanting. So Lord, He observed, this guy loves to preach. You're preaching all over the world. He has license, passport, visa, everything for all the countries of the world. So now what let us do? Let us extend. Now you will have passport, visa for the entire creation. Haribol, you can go wherever you want. Yes? That's what it happens. Like you do a service which is given to you nicely, then your scope of service is expanded. So Narad Muni was also promoted. Now you are no more earth preacher, you are universal preacher. Ananta Koti universal preacher. You are even allowed to go to the Vaikuntha planets. You can go anywhere within my creation and preach. Here is your permit. Please take it. Nobody is going to stop you. In fact, you will be welcomed. Right? So waiting for that time is gambhira, seriousness. There was one devotee in our ashram. You all look very gambhira, I'm afraid. Please smile. Paramananda Pathaya. That's our Amal Harinam Prabhu's favorite verse. So he's applying it so nicely. Look at all his 36 teeth. He doesn't have 32, he has 36 teeth. Count them. Yes, so let's be happy. Paramananda Pathaya. Happily study Srimad Bhagavatam. So there was one devotee in our ashram who was very, very enthusiastic. And I joined as a new devotee in the ashram. So I went to Prabhu sitting during prasadam time and asked Prabhu, what's your secret of bliss and happiness? He said, this is my last prasadam of my life. I was like, I got scared. Prabhu, don't say that. We need you. He said, this is how I think. If this was the last prasadam of my life, how would I honor it? If this was my last Srimad Bhagavatam class, how will I listen to it? If this was my last Mangalarti, how will I perform it? If this was my last chance to chant 16 rounds, how will I do it? Kalam pratiksham. So how does one become serious devotee? Prabhupada tells us, become sincere, serious, please note this down, and without ulterior motives. This is how we need to practice bhakti. Sincere means no matter what happens, I will do my sadhana. Fair weather, foul weather, I will be there. That is called sincere devotee. What is serious devotee? Serious devotee, it takes care of the quality. Oh, if this was my last chance to give Bhagavatam class, I don't think I'm going to get after this. This is my last chance. Anil Prabhu is going to not give me after this. No, Prabhu. Now you sit and listen. Tatshuno. So if this is the last chance, how will I give? I'll tell everything that I have to tell, right? I'll do my best. And without ulterior motives. Yes, we need to have, the jiva cannot be desireless. Prabhupada, we were hearing Prabhupada's lecture the other day. Yes, a jiva is active. A jiva has to desire. But what to desire? So many devotees sometimes come and ask this. Prabhu, we go in front of the deities, many times we are blank. We don't know what to do. So what do? We ask for service. The only desire which is a bona fide and a genuine desire is that which is aligned with our constitutional position, which is to ask for dash. Service. I didn't hear that. Service. Once more. Service. So 3 times you have asked for service. So now we're going to get plenty. Ashram leaders are so happy. They're dancing in ecstasy. Prabhu, thank you. All right. So how is Satyavrata preparing now? Yes. Together. After spreading kusha grass with its tips pointed east, the saintly king himself, facing the northeast, sat down on the grass and began to meditate upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, who had assumed the form of a fish. Now, if you look at the Vedic times, the principles that were taught, the foundation is preparation. And that's even true in materialistic life. Now suppose there is a person who wants to become an Olympian, he wants to get Olympic gold medal. What does that guy do? Prepare. Oh, so there was one Olympic sprinter called Lewis. So he was told by one person, the person just came, a reporter, he said, hey Lewis, why are you practicing now? You still have 6 months to go for Olympics. He said, I have 4 years and 6 months only to go for the next Olympics. I'm preparing for that. So much of time, energy, effort, consciousness people put in preparation. And if you see, maximum preparation is not about the planning and the managerial aspect. It is about meditation. The other day, His Holiness Bhakti Marg Maharaj was telling us, how long did Brahma prepare to meditate? This is the count. 360,000 years. Of human. Now Brahma stays for his 100 years. These are our years. That is a preparation. If somebody wants to be a Prajapati, yes, for the human population, there is a preparation done. So they go and meditate for Manvantras. Priyavrat Maharaj, 5th canto Bhagavatam, his 3 children become the next 1, 2, 3 Manus. So they go, he says, as soon as they are born, go to the forest and start meditating. You're going to be the next 3 Manus. Preparation. Intense preparation, because we are going to do a very, very amazing service. The Grihasthas, they are instructed for the Garbhadhana Samskar. So before the union, preparation, 50 rounds of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So anything that is done, there is preparation. In order to prepare all our consciousness, before the class, what did we do? Preparation. We sang bhajans, we recited kirtans, preparation. So there was a lot of preparation required. And that's why I had to miss the Darshanarti and Guru Puja, because there was preparation required. Very important. We need to prepare. And the best way to prepare is to become more Krishna conscious. I went up to my Shiksha Guru, who told me to go and be a president of a center. Even there, I was given the instruction. I went to him, Prabhuji, please tell me, what all books should I read? What exactly training? What all skills should I acquire? I went with my notebook, pen, anticipating very, very amazing instructions coming in. He gave me just one instruction. He told me every single day, listen to your spiritual master's lecture and Prabhupada's lecture. That's it. Everything else will be taken care of. If you're in the good consciousness of being a servant leader, you will do very wonderfully well in no matter all tasks. So first thing of the morning program I did was to go and do these 2 things. Before you start your day, preparation. Very important. All right, next. Pralaya begins. Hari Bol, the time has arrived. No more waiting time. Waiting time is over. Together. Therefore, gigantic clouds pouring incessant water swelled the ocean more and more. Thus, the ocean began to overflow onto the land and inundate the entire world. So you got a glimpse of Pralaya? Who else started pouring incense and water?
Indra.
Yeah, whom did he call upon? Samvartaka. So the Samvartaka actually keep resting, they're sleeping. Indra suddenly calls them, come. He says, it's just Dwapar Yuga. Yes, we have enough time for Pralaya. He said, I want you right now. And whatever force you use for inundating the whole creation, I want you to use all that intense energy on that particular piece of Chaurasi Kos, 84 square miles of land called as Vrindavan. Finish it. Intensity. That's what happened? Nothing happened. Because not a blade of grass moves without Krishna's sanctions. In fact, there was terrible turbulence upstairs, but down there was a festival. It's called the first 24/7 Darshan festival. Everybody wondered, what is the first 24/7 channel? Krishna opened it. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Darshan, please take. Yeah. So in fact, later on, Krishna went and thanked Samvartak. Samvartak, thank you so much. Because of you, my devotees, they all could have 24 hours darshan, 24/7 darshan. Thanks a lot. And that Samvartak was drained. I lost all my energy. Yes, Satyavrat's response to Pralaya. Now let's see his response. Together. As Satyavrat remembered the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he saw a boat coming near him. Thus he collected herbs and creepers and accompanied by saintly Brahmanas, he got aboard the boat. Haribol. A disciple has only two job descriptions. Number one, when he is with the spiritual master, note the instructions. Number two, when he is away from the spiritual masters, meditate on those instructions. And because Satyavrat meditated on those instructions, he remembered the order which was there. What did Prabhupada do? That heavy words of the spiritual master kept ringing in his mind. One of the meanings of Guru is heavy. Guru is heavy because his instructions are heavy. If you put all the statements of all the words on one beam balance, one side of the beam balance, the other side you put one word of Guru. That is very heavy. Guru has that weight. Right? So remembering those instructions is very important. Meditating on those instructions is something that he has done. And that's what we as disciples should do. Meditate. Once my spiritual master was giving initiations. He gave initiation and one devotee was super enthusiastic. It takes guts to do this. It really takes a lot of guts to do this. Try it. Going and asking spiritual master, Maharaj, any instructions for me? We fear those instructions. We say, Guru Maharaj call it, no. It's not my instruction. It should be, how are you called? Just checking on me. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Yeah, that's Naam. Jai Shri Prabhupada. You just called to check on me. Hare Krishna. Instruction? Very difficult. So he went and asked Maharaj any instruction. Maharaj smiled and said, come for tomorrow's Bhagavatam class. You will get all instructions there. So yes, every single word, Guru, Mukha, Padma, Vakya, Chittete Koryaikya. We just sang that. So they are all instructions coming out. So he noted them down and he started executing. I was in Surat. I don't want to mention the name, but Surat, India, Gujarat. And there, your place. Vesu, you know the place? No, not yet. Okay, fine. So in that particular place, there was disciples of a very, very senior sannyasi. And the disciples are also very senior. So I happened to go there and there was prasadam time. So we were starting to have a discussion. The discussion went on for a long time. And that senior Mataji was their mother. She took out diaries and she presented in front of me. I said, what are these diaries? These diaries contain all the instructions that my Guru has given me. I said, you got so many instructions. Wow. So she notes down, she reads them, she meditates so well. And that's why she's such a senior and serious devotee. I was very inspired. Very inspired. Now what are the sages going to do? Even the sages are there. They want to do something. Let's see what the sages are going to tell Satyavrat. Because it's always required. A Kshatriya is guided by a Brahmana. Always. Kshatriya is not an autonomous dictatorial ruler. He is always functioning under the guidance of Brahmana, under Brahmanas. And Prabhupada mentions elsewhere in the Bhagavatam, there are three personalities who are beyond all the governmental rules, beyond the jurisdiction of king. You know who are they? Number 1, the sannyasis. Number 2, the brahmanas. Number 3, the Vaishnavas. They don't come under the jurisdiction of the king. They are above the king. If today the governments were to follow this rule, what a nice thing it would be, right? Yeah. Anyway, let's see what the sages are telling. Together. The saintly brahmanas, being pleased with the king, said to him, O king, please meditate upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He will save us from this impending danger and arrange for our well-being. It is not that Satyavrata was telling, hey Brahmana, I know. Okay? I know everything. I was already doing that. You don't have to tell me. No, he's very humbly. What they have told? Have they told him anything different? Well, I'm already doing it. Please, don't disturb. Don't disturb my meditation. No, he's accepting the instructions very gratefully. So this is the most important instruction of all the Shastras. If the Shastras were to be put in 2 lines, just 2 lines, what are the instructions? Smartavyam satatam vishnum vismartavyena jatichit sarva vidhi nishedasu etayoriva kinkarah. All the rules and prescriptions and regulations of all the Shastras put together, there are only 2 statements. Repeat after me. Always remember Krishna.
Always remember Krishna.
Never forget Krishna.
Never forget Krishna.
Come on, Prabhu, you're told the same thing. These 2 are same. No, they're similar. They're not the same. Acharyas explain that always remember Krishna is to perform the Bhagavata Vriddhi, Shravanam and Kirtanam. When we are listening to Bhagavatam, we are chanting the holy name. This is always remember Krishna. Or you can see the morning program, whole morning program. After that, after morning program, chutti, holiday. Is it like that? What happens after morning program? Sleeping program. No, never forget Krishna. That is when we take up services. No, so, Prabhu, but I don't, I'm not full-time. Yes, concepts of full-time, part-time, no time. Yes, all these concepts are there. No time is me. No time. So full-time, very good. They have a lot of scope. And part-time is also not part-time. Nobody here is part-time devotee. We are all full-time devotee. Krishna consciousness is a full-time business. You're going to college, you're studying for pleasure of Krishna. Remember that. You're going to work, yes, you're working for the pleasure of Krishna. That is also Krishna consciousness. Anything that we do is Krishna consciousness. Provided we have the right consciousness. There was a song, right? I don't know if you all know it. Everything I do it for you. Bryan Adams. I said, what a song. Everything I do it for you. Go and sing this in front of Radha Shivchar Gopinath. That's a right offering. I think Kalakan Prabhu will be very happy to hear this. Right? So, that's what we do. So everything I do it for you. You want to make a comment?
Prabhu, you were mentioning the shloka again. Can you...
Yes. Smartavyam satatam Vishnum. You can just put this in the Veda base, Google Prabhu, they'll tell you the rest. Is that okay? Yes. Smartavyam means to remember. Satatam Vishnum. Always Krishna. But you said Vishnu. What if you see the Sahasranamam, Vishwam Vishnum Vashakkaro, that's the second name of Krishna. The official name of Krishna is Vishnu. Yeah. So please meditate on him. That is the highest instruction. Even the Vishnu Puran says the most fortunate moment is that moment where we remember Krishna. And the most unfortunate moment is that moment where we forget Krishna. Very correct. So now, this is the 3rd time Lord is coming. First time, Hayagriva, to kill Hayagriva demon. Second time, to play with Satyavrat. And 3rd time, now to save the most important personalities of this universe. He's coming again. Matsya Avatar ki jai. Together. Then, while the king constantly meditated upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, a large golden fish appeared in the ocean of inundation. The fish had 1 horn and was 8 million miles long. Oh, huge fish. I would like to make a point here. If you see, Narada boy, you know the story of the Narada boy? Yes? He had gurus, 4 Bhakti Vedantas. His mother unfortunately died with a snake bite. Remember? I'm just giving a recap. What did he do after that? Kept crying, right? He cried. His mother left. Yeah, he was crying very profusely. Prabhu, which Bhagavatam you're talking about? The Bhagavatam we know never says. What did he do after that? He left to north. And after going to north, Then there he sat and he meditated. After he meditated, what happened?
Krishna.
Where did Krishna appear?
In his heart.
In his heart. And then what happened?
He left.
He left. And then later on, what did Krishna... There's a lot of science behind that. I'm just coming to the point that I want to make. Then did Krishna speak something, or he just left and... You left him all alone? Did he talk something? He told him two things. One thing he said is, in this life, you will not get me. And the second thing he said is, next life you will surely get me. So now if we were in the place of Narada boy, what we would do? Done. Next life you are surely going to get Krishna. In this life anyway you are not going to get Krishna. So let's go and party! Hari bol! That's what we guys would have done. But what did he do? He kept constantly meditating. So that's what we find of personalities in Bhagavatam. They are not taking Krishna cheaply even a little bit. Yeah, Narada could have told, hey Krishna, anyway, what did you tell? You're not going to get me in this life. So why should I keep getting up in the morning and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna? Why do I take all those pains? Anyway, I'm not going to get you. And next life you promised. You're right, I'm anyway going to get you. So let me as well enjoy this life. Good deal, right? That is the conditioned soul thinking. That is not Bhagavata thinking. So Bhagavata thinking means every moment utilized properly. And that's why, although the king was assured, see, boat has come, Saptarishis have come, herbs are there, everything is loaded, Vasuki is also ready, Lord will come. Anyway, he'll come. Let him come. Till then, what do? Let's play cards. Let's sing songs. No, he did kirtan. Lord is going to come. Let's prepare. So I have this wonderful culture here. Before the altar opens, all devotees go near the altar. And what do? They do kirtan. We prepare. Lord is going to come. Let's prepare. That's an amazing thing to do. Prepare. Whenever we have a culture in our temple at least, that whenever any sannyasi or a senior devotee is going to come, all devotees, they come outside. Although the devotees may be in the airport and they tell, oh, flight has not yet landed, but still they go out and they do kirtan. And as they get the news, okay, the flight is landed, the kirtan increases. One, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, we saw Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. We sat in the car. Hari bol. And the car is going to come there. Damn, the kirtan reaches the crescendo. Why?
Devotion.
It's not that just let me know when Maharaj is in the corner of the street. Hey, okay, come on, take this, brother, take this. Hare Krishna. No, there's a preparation there. We should be prepared to receive that great soul. He's coming with an abundant mercy, and we need to connect to that frequency. There is a preparation required. That's why we do the kirtan. Right? Next. Everyone is finally saved. Hari bol. Let's see. Following the instructions formally given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the king anchored the boat to the fish's horn, using serpent Vasuki as a rope. Thus being satisfied, he began offering prayers to the Lord. Yes. This is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Before darshan prayers, after darshan also prayers. Just before this Samudra, why I am telling Samudra Manthan Leela? Because that's something you've already heard. Yes? So what happens? Why the Samudra Manthan Leela happened? Because the leader made a mistake. Yes? Leader's mistake, everyone has to pay price. Indra, what did he do? He did not respect Durvasa Muni. Because of which leader makes mistake, everyone has to suffer. All demigods lost their amritatva, their immortality. And then what they had to do? They had to go to their one person, Brahma, and he says, every time problem comes, you guys come and see me. Otherwise, you are not bothered about me. Anyways, what is the problem? And Brahma is a standard solution. Any problem, let's go to Dham. Where? Shweta Deep Dham. And what do we do? Sadhana. Chalo. Come there and do Sankirtan. So before the appearance of Lord, they do Kirtan. And when Lord appears, of course, this time he appeared, but nobody was able to see them. They were telling Surya, please reduce the brightness. Surya says, I'm not doing anything. Why you guys blame me every time? Last time the lights went off. Yeah, when before the advent of Jaya Vijay, the whole universe becomes blackout. And demigods in their WhatsApp group, they're discussing, Surya, why did you take off your light? Surya says, I didn't do anything. But even I'm figuring out. If my home is dark now. Then Brahma says, there are two demons going to appear. Joy, Vijay. They're going to become demons. Right? So similarly, so then Lord appears, and after Lord appears, again prayers. Again, there are so many prayers. So this is one prayer that we get the fortune of discussing today. Again, this is the verse. And Antriksh Prabhu, do not worry. Whenever you wish to go ahead, you can go ahead. No problem. He gave me a warning on time. So no worries. You have some engagement. Anyone having engagement can go ahead. I'll try my best to wrap up. Shri Raja Uvacha Anad Vidyopahatatma Samvidas Tanmula Samsara Parishramaturaha Yadrichayopastrayam apnuyar Yadrichayopastrayam apnuyar Vimuktidona paramo gurur bhavan Sri Raja Uvacha. The king offered prayers as follows. Anadi, from time immemorial. Avidya, by ignorance. Upahata, has been lost. Atma Samvida, knowledge about the self. Tat, that is. Mula, the root. Samsara, material bondage. Parishrama, full of miserable conditions and hard work. Aturaha, suffering. Yadrichaya, by the supreme will. Upasritaha, being favored by the Acharya. Yam, the supreme personality of Godhead. Apnuyuhu, can achieve. Vimuktidaha, the process of liberation. Naha, our. Paramaha, the supreme. Guroho, the spiritual master. Bhavan, your lordship. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Together, the king said, by the grace of the Lord, those who have lost their self-knowledge since time immemorial and who, because of this ignorance, are involved in material conditioned life full of miseries, obtain the chance to meet the Lord's devotees. I accept that Supreme Personality of Godhead as the Supreme Spiritual Master. So before you meet the Lord, you meet the Lord's devotees. Who did Ajamil call for?
Narayan.
Did he call for Narayan? Mriyamana harer nama grinan putropacharitam Ajamilopyagadhama kim mutashraddaya grinan. So Ajamila called out for his son, Narayana. But that time the Narayan there, he got disturbed. Other associates of Lord said, hey, what's happening? Lord, what happened? He says, somebody's calling for me. Oh, that is the sinful Ajamila. He's calling for his son, not you. No, maybe he's calling for me. Just go and check. So these guys were going. He said, hey, how many of you are going? Just one of us. Why do you take it so seriously? He said, no. He's Narayana. He's called 4 letters. 4 of you go. And those guys said, okay. They were going, hey, wait a minute. Where are you going? Are you going for party? He said, no. What is the use of that Padma and Shankar? Leave it aside. Take bows and arrows, swords and shield. My devotee may need me. Go fast. And that's how he sends them. You see the Second Chance book and you will find. You've seen this? There is no lotus and there is no conch there. You have observed this? Their shields and swords, bows and arrows, they come like that. So they come prepared for the war. Right? So, although he called for Lord, the Lord did not come there. He sent his devotees. And when the devotees come in the life, what happens to us?
In the love for the Lord.
Correct? A, D, C, B. I'm changing a little bit here and there. So when you have the association of devotees, the first thing that you get is Divya Jnana, the transcendental knowledge. That's why Lord sends the devotees. You please tell them about me. Lord glorifying about himself is not very sweet. You talk about yourself is not. Some devotees glorifying the Lord is very sweet. Even in Ram Katha, when Love and Kush were giving the Ram Katha, yes, so that time everybody was hearing in rapt attention. Hanuman was in the front seat and they were all hearing. But Lord Ram was not relishing it. Then he asked his devotee, hey, why am I not relishing it? That is because you are behaving like Lord. You get down from your seat, go and sit in the audience.
Become a devotee first, then you will understand. He said, all right. So he went and sat in the audience. And people were all putting their hands around Ram and laugh. Hey, what a point. Amazing. So they were playing with the Lord. And Lord was also relishing. And he was also, hey, amazing, right? But that's how Ram Katha was. Right? So Lord, imagine Ram were to tell Ram Katha. That won't be, so good. Devotees can describe the Lord better. So that's why you go. You can give him the Divya Gyan. Next, you can give him the chance to serve. Bhajana Kriya. You get a chance to serve. Doing bhajan. Give them the process of bhajan paddhati. And then, what is B? BTG. Back to Godhead. Hari bol. This comes in the 6th canto of Bhagavatam. Prabhupada writes these 4 points. I just try to make it into a formula. ADCB formula. Okay? Okay. Now these are pointers from the Acharyas, which I just wanted to mention it, and we'll go to Prabhupada's purport and discuss. Why Lord is addressed as Paramaguru? Number 1, because he is the giver of liberation. What is the name of Lord that says he is the liberator? Mukunda. Give him one Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Who is Mukunda? Let me give options. Kaun banega Krishna Bhakt contest. A. Narayana. B. Rama. C. Narsimha. D. Krishna. E. Only Krishna. Everyone can answer.
Only Krishna.
Only Krishna is Mukunda. Jai Vijay first came as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. Did they get liberated? No. Then they came as Ravan, Kumbhakaran. Did they get liberated? No. Then they came as Shishupal, Dantavakra. They were delivered by Krishna. Now did they get delivered? Yes. And that's why the first verse of NOD, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Vidur Jayati. So Krishna is called as Viduhu. Vishesha Rupena Dhunoti. Viduhu Jayati.
Jagai and Madai were not Jayati.
They were delivered. But Jagai Madai, they got a WhatsApp message notification that Prema is being distributed. Krishna Prema of Golok Vrindavan in the mood of gopis. So they said, Lord, one more chance. Please. One more chance. We want Prema now. They were delivered, but they wanted Vraja Prema. Yes? Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajavadu Vargena Ya Kalpita. They wanted that Prema of the damsels of Vraja. That is not. For that purpose, everyone came. Mahavishnu came, Advaita Acharya. Yes, all the guys came. Who were all characters of Bhagavad. Prahlad Maharaj came. He came as Vasudev Ghosh. Why? Everybody came. Because now this is Vraja Prem. This is not, this is very rare. We all want that. We have Vaidhi Bhakti. We have the Prema of Vaikuntha. The on-reverential worship. But we don't have Krishna Prem. That in the mood of gopis. We want that, Unnata Ujjvala Rasam. So that is something we want. So they came for that. They came for Prema. Next. He gives shelter by the mercy through his devotees. That's why he's Paramaguru. He gives the Gyan. We discussed this already. Divya Gyan. How he gives Divya Gyan. Next is, now here, who are sitting along with Satyavrat Maharaj? Sapta Rishis. So he said these Sapta Rishis, and yesterday I had mentioned, what do these guys do? They teach, they give spiritual knowledge, Sanatana Dharma. So they are the gurus. But you are their gurus. You are their guru. You have taught them bhakti. Thus you are supreme Paramaguru. For us, we have our spiritual master. And for us, Prabhupada is Paramaguru. Got it? So they are my gurus and you are their guru. So you become my Paramaguru. So grandfather is always more merciful than father. So we are fortunate to have Prabhupada as our grandfather. Right? And again, whenever you come as an avatara, you are guru for some anyways, right? Examples?
Nityananda.
Yes, Krishna to Arjuna.
Nityananda.
Yes, Nityananda is a Guru Tattva himself. Kapila, Devahuti,
Vyasa.
correct? Vyasa as a literary incarnation. Okay? So everywhere. So he is a Guru for some and thus you are Supreme Guru for me. That way, in Parampara. Alright. So there are only 2 themes in the purport. Let's see how far we can go. So this is the title. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually the Supreme Spiritual Master, Paramaguru. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Charooravardhanam Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru.
Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. A commentary on this is spoken that actually Guru is Krishna only. Guru is Krishna. So that mercy of Krishna manifests in the spiritual master, through the spiritual master in the life of all the living entities. But the original Guru is Krishna. The original speaker of Bhagavatam is also Krishna. And the person whom he has chosen as a representation is Shuka. So every time a Yaswan Bhavam Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam. So in that particular verse, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes, every speaker of Bhagavatam class should never think I am the speaker. We offer a prayer that Shukadeva, you are the speaker of Bhagavatam. Let me be here as your representative and you speak. Sukha Mukha Damrata Darva Samyutam. You speak through my mouth. This is the right consciousness. We have to be a good mouthpiece. That's how we have to be. Next line. The Supreme Lord knows everything about the suffering of the conditioned soul, and therefore he appears in the material world. Sometimes personally, sometimes by an incarnation, sometimes by authorizing a living entity to act on his behalf. Personally, once every day of Brahma. Vayuvasvata Manvantara, the 28th Dwapar Yuga, he comes personally, and also 28th Kali Yuga, he comes as Lord Gauranga. And sometimes by incarnation. Ramadi Murtishu Sakala Niyamena Tishtan Nana Avataram Akarod Bhuvaneshu Kintu. So many incarnations. Bhagavatam has a total description of 22 in the first canto and second canto, 3 chapters. But that Avatari Asankhe, actually there's so many incarnations. You cannot count that many incarnations. That's Maharaj was telling. There must be definitely a mosquito incarnation of Krishna also. We don't have that information, but it's there. Sometimes we're authorizing a living entity to act on his behalf. They are usually called the Aveshas, Shakti Aveshas. Okay, Vyasa, you become Sahitya Shakti Avesh, go and write the literatures. Narada, you become Bhakti Shakti Avesh, go and preach Krishna consciousness. Kumaras, you go and give 4 things to the humanity: Vairagya, Yoga, Tapa, and Jnana. Go and give these 4 knowledge. So like that he empowers everybody to go and act on my behalf. Now this is the highest position that one can ever attain, to be a representative of Lord. There's no higher position than that, and that position is called a Das. In this material world, people think, oh, we get PhD, this is the highest position. Any PhD scholars here? Hope not. Because PhD means permanent head damage. But the title that Guru gives us is Paramahamsa Das. That is the best title that one can ever get in this entire creation. Because by being a Das, you're authorized to act on Lord's behalf. That's why it's said, anyone who is initiated gets the title of Das. And then what? Now what? Now you have to become a representative of Krishna. It's a big thing. Together. In all cases, however, he is the original spiritual master who enlightens the conditioned souls who are suffering in the material world. The Lord is always busy helping the conditioned souls in many ways. Therefore, is addressed as Parama Guru. Can you imagine? It's not just Krishna who says, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, just be busy in glorifying me. No. He's saying, even I am busy always. Krishna is always busy. Doing what? Krishna is always busy in helping the conditioned souls. What is the meaning of Kuntha?
Miseries.
Suffocating.
Place of anxiety. What is Vaikuntha?
Place free from anxiety.
The place free from anxiety. So is there any anxiety in spiritual world?
No.
Is there any anxiety in Golok Vrindavan? No. Does Krishna have any anxiety? No. Yes, he has. Krishna has one anxiety: how to reclaim my mischievous children who have left me and gone. That is his only anxiety. And when a devotee goes up to Krishna and says, Krishna, on your behalf, I would like to go and reclaim these fallen souls. Really? Krishna becomes sold out. Yes, I just want us to recite these 2 shlokas. The timing now is 8:30, but you guys came at 7:35. So punishment, you have to bear 5 more minutes. But yet, I respect those devotees who have to leave for work. If they wish, they can leave. I will close my eyes, you can leave, there's no problem. But I will continue for another 5 minutes. Together. Ya idam paramam guhyam madbhatteshu abhidasyati bhakti mai param kritva mame vaishyasya samshaya. Anybody, this most confidential knowledge who gives to my devotees, abhidasyati, bhakti mai, you will get parama bhakti unto me, the supreme bhakti unto me, and you will definitely come to me, there's no doubt. Next line is even sweeter. Nacha tasmat manusyeshu kaschid me priyakrittama bhavita nacha me tasmad anyah priyataro bhuvihi. There is no person like this who is the most dearest to me than that person who preaches. Yes? Bhavita nacha me tasmad. Even in future, not that Krishna will say, okay, now today you are my best friend. Tomorrow, you are my best friend. Day after tomorrow, you are my best friend. No, it's not going to change. This is going to be Bhavita nacha me tasmad. In future, I'm not going to change my statement. Don't worry. There's no Bhagavad Gita 2.0, 3.0. There are no versions. There cannot be anybody more dear to me than a preacher. How many of you wanting to be dear to Krishna? Lift both your hands and say one loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol! Welcome to the Sankirtan army of Lord Chaitanya. So please come and preach. So thus we should also, just Lord is busy, we should also keep ourselves busy. And this is actually the ekatva. Jesus said in the Bible, me and my Lord are one. What does he mean? We have the same mission, to reclaim conditioned souls. Okay, now the second part. Representative of the Lord must be worshipped as good as the Lord. Together. The representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who acts to spread Krishna consciousness is also guided by the Supreme Lord to act properly in executing Lord's order. Such a person may appear to be an ordinary human being, but because he acts on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the spiritual master, he is not neglected as ordinary. It is therefore said, Acharyam mam vijaniyam navamanyeta karhichit namartya buddhyayu suyeta sarvadeva mayo guruhu. So Acharya is as good as me. The Guru is me, as good as me. Navamanyeta, no disrespect and no less respect. You cannot respect Acharya lesser than Krishna. So we offer all the 5 types of worships to Krishna in the altar, and we offer the same thing in Prabhupada's plate also. Yes, it's the same thing we offer. Because that's the respect you should give to Guru. The same respect that you give to Krishna, not less. If it is lesser, it is avamana. You're not giving proper man. Then that's an offense. Na martya buddhya. Don't consider Guru to be an ordinary living being. Asuyeta. Don't envy the spiritual master because he has got so many followers. Understand sarva deva mayo guruhu. All the demigods and myself, I reside in the body of the spiritual master. Yeah. And we sing this every day. Sakshadhare tvena samasta shastrer uktastata bhavyata eva sadbhi kinto prabhorya priya eva tasya vande guru shri charanaravinda. If you are considering Guru to be an ordinary person, we are going to get nice beatings. Why did Sugriv lose his first fight to Vali?
Because he disrespected
Exactly.
Lakshman.
When Lord Ram and Lakshman came, he took a sandalwood, he took a tree, didn't take us. He took a tree, kept it, and told Lord Ram to sit and sat on level with him. And Hanuman was like, hi. What did this fellow do? He's sitting equal to Lord and he didn't even welcome Lakshman. Hanuman immediately went and he picked up a sandalwood tree and he put it there and he made Lakshmana sit there and he sat at his lotus feet. There was one more. Sugriva had 5 generals. Angada, Nala, Nila, Hanuman and Dvivida. So Dvivida, if you see the original picture of the Rama Raja Abhishek, Sita Ram, yes, Lakshman is standing. There is Shatrughna and Bharat on either sides. Hanuman, who is at the side of Lakshman, and Dvivida on the side of Sita. This Dvivida, who comes in the Krishna Leela, later on he's lusting after the gopis. He is actually an associate of Ramachandra, but because of his offense to Lakshmana, yes, he did not regard Guru. He became a lusty demon. That's what happened to Dvivida. So disrespecting Guru is very serious. Yeah? Yes, Panchatattva. What about Panchatattva? Yes. Yeah, they're all standing like this. Okay. Yes, correct. So we'll just read this last line and conclude. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has advised that the spiritual master acting on the Supreme Lord's behalf must be worshipped as being as good as the Supreme Lord, for he is the Lord's most confidential servant in broadcasting the Lord's message for the benefit of conditioned souls involved in the material. Can I share a last pastime and conclude? Yes. Ramanujacharya in South India had his headquarters at Sri Rangam. Yes, that's where Mahaprabhu stayed for 4 months during his Chaturmas period. Mahaprabhu stayed for 4 months. I got a chance to stay for 4 years in my engineering days. Right? So, at that particular place, Ramanujacharya wanted to make a yatra to go to Kanchipuram, which is about 6-7 hours of drive from Sri Rangam towards north, near Chennai. It's very close. Yesterday we had discussed about Kanchipuram. He wanted to go and meet Varadaraj Perumal. So he sent his disciples ahead to go and make the arrangements. So disciples, they wanted to do some management, so they planned. Who are the disciples of Guru Maharaj who are there, in whose house Guru Maharaj can stay? So one was a very wealthy merchant, very wealthy guy, lot of Lakshmi and he had a lot of facilities, and they knew that this is the right place for Guru Maharaj. So let us go there, but at the same time we should not neglect these two devotees. There was a very, very poor Grihastha couple. They were penniless, but they had a lot of bhav for the Gurudev. So the disciples go and they come back. So they come back to Ramanujacharya. And Ramanujacharya asked them, so, what have you done? Where am I going to stay? So they said, oh, we went to the house of 2 of your disciples. He said, oh, really? We went to the house of that rich merchant, the wealthy guy. Ramanujacharya, before he could ask, the disciples say they were so enthusiastic, Gurudev, they really want you to come. They're so happy. Gurudev said, wait a minute. How did they receive you? You just tell me that. Receive me? They did not receive us. I'm not going there. Next. What about the poor disciples you're talking about? Oh, as soon as we went there, they offered us Dandavat Pranams. They brought us inside. They washed our feet. They said, we were refusing. They said, no, you are actually the representatives of spiritual master. And today that was a quote we read, right? Who read the quote here? Our Himanshu Prabhu read the quote. That whenever, Achyutananda's letter, that whenever the feet is washed, you just remember the Guru Parampara. So we did all that, Gurudev. But they were worshipping us. They didn't even ask anything about you. They were worshipping us, taking care of us. And Ramanujacharya was so happy. I said, I want to go to their house. They said, but they don't have much facilities. He said, no, they have the right state of heart. So the real worship to the spiritual master means to worship the representatives of the spiritual master, the servants of the spiritual master, who are represented by our senior God brothers and sisters, by the brahmachari disciples, yes, by the God brothers of the Guru. We deal with them, then we are actually entitled for the mercy of Guru. Otherwise, when Gurudev comes, we can put a very nice show. Gurudev, I come. But when Guru is not there, when Guru is not there, we are also not there. No. Although, in fact, the test starts after Guru leaves. Then what you are doing? Prabhupada, how did he consider his disciples? He said, you are all the representative of my spiritual master. That's the consciousness Prabhupada had for his disciples. So how much should we be valuing all the devotees and representations of spiritual master? So more than spiritual master, valuing the representation of spiritual master is the actual value to the spiritual master. Alright? Thank you all very much. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samasta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. Thank you all very much.